Hi there, thank you for joining me today and welcome to Beauty for the Over 60s. I'm Wendy, I'm 63 and never in my whole life have I bared my face on camera like this. So I'm going to take you through everything I do on a daily basis with my makeup routine. And first of all, we're talking skincare. So I have some serums that I put on. Niacinamide is one of them and vitamin C is the other. And all you do is literally pop a couple of drops in your hand and then just pop it onto your face. Obviously, after the menopause, my skin went awfully dry and it was a real pain. And I found using these serums, it's really good. One thing about these serums, I don't pay a lot for them. I buy them on Amazon, and there's a company called Eclat, E-C-L-A-T, and they sell the full range of serums for about £7 or £8 a bottle. Whereas if you go to some of the other beauty companies, they're charging like £20 a bottle. Now to speed this up, because I need it to set, I'll just quickly waft my face. I've started to buy some Charlotte Tilbury makeup, and she sent me a little sample of her magic cream, which I'm just finishing off now. So that'll be my next step. She sent me two samples. She sent me the magic day cream, if you like, and the magic night cream. Now, the magic night cream I won't be buying because it's so greasy. I guess I would say I've got like a combination skin. I tend to be a bit dry in places, usually around here and here. Tend to be a bit greasy in others, usually the forehead. So I think I'm sort of Mrs. Average on that. Like I say, I really do love the day cream, the magic cream or whatever she calls it, but not the night cream. Right, so my next step is an eye cream. I don't even know what the make of this one is. It's just one I got on Amazon. I just sort of have a go at buying different things on Amazon and seeing what works. And I find this works really well. I'm just dabbing it on, trying not to pull the skin too much. I think that will do. So to set my face up ready for makeup, I use a primer, and I got this Wonder Glow primer from Charlotte Tilbury, and the first couple of times I used it I hated it, but I've persisted and I actually quite like it now. So you just put a little drop on your, not an awful lot, I have a little bit more, there we go, and just rub it between my fingers, and then just really on the cheeks, nose, a little bit on the forehead, and it really, around my eyes, it really does act as an excellent primer for makeup. So we'll just need to let that set for a moment. Right, so that's all set in. It doesn't completely dry, it kind of feels a little bit tacky, but that's fine, I can deal with that. The next thing I'm going to put on is my foundation. And this is the Misha BB cream, and I wear shade number 23. I'm quite fair, so I have to be careful. Again, you can get this on Amazon. It's about £10. All you need is a couple of dots, and then I'll just dot it over my face. And then I've just got a foundation brush. I don't know the make of it. I picked it up from Amazon. In England, we've been in lockdown since forever. And so everything that I've been buying has been on Amazon. And I should have had the foresight to sort of remember what these things were called, but I don't. This Misha cream, when you put it on, it's really strange. Just wipe my hands. It looks kind of grey, and you think, oh. Then when you put it on, it makes your face look a bit pale. But then, when it kind of dries in, It's a really, really nice colour. And let me try and get a little bit in. It doesn't seem to sit in your wrinkles too badly. So I popped it on with my brush. Let me just grab my beauty blender. And all I do is just go over any bits where it's likely to sit. It doesn't though, it's not too bad. There we go. Now the next step for me is concealer. Now this again is the Charlotte Tilbury liquid concealer, and I have it in the shade 3. When I used to use normal concealers, I would put them on and then put my foundation on top of it. With this, I find it works better if you put it on top of your foundation, which is what Charlotte does. So I'm going to do it too. Don't use a lot, just a few swipes there. Between my eyebrows gets really red, a little bit on my chin. And on these my marionette lines going down, if you do it sideways, and again, you need a delicate touch. You don't want heaps of this. And I've got my foundation blending brush, concealer blending brush. And I'm just wafting it backwards and forwards, not really rubbing it in, just blending nice and lightly. To get the right pressure when using a makeup brush, I've learned you hold it further down the handle, and that way you don't get too heavy-handed with anything. So that's that. So the next stage for me would be bronzer. So just before I put my bronzer on, I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder. Don't wear a lot of powder. Got a little brush. I roll the brush in the powder because it's so finely milled. If you go like that, it'll go everywhere and you'll lose it. And I just put a tiny bit under my eyes. Now, I read in a magazine that when you're putting anything under your eyes, you should open your mouth and look up. So I'm really sorry if this looks strange, but so I'm looking up and I'm opening my mouth and I'm just gently sweeping. And I'm kind of doing that wherever I put the concealer. Right, so blush. This one is, it's from a company called Collection. Again, you can get them on Amazon. And I have the shade Bronze, that's useful. And I've just got a really fluffy bronzing brush. When I was buying brushes, I didn't really go for the designer brushes, you know, like the Barry M or the Hoo-Ha. I just buy what I think looks comfortable. And I bought this one because it's a different colour handle to most of them. Most of them are either black or pink. And I bought this so I could distinguish it from my other brushes, basically. Eventually I will do a video on makeup brushes, but for now, so I'm just going to swirl this in my... tap it off. I always start up here so that if I'm too heavy-handed, I wear a fringe and I can just hide it. So I do a W on my face a couple of times, a bit more, and then just waft it all over. And right down my neck. There we are. And then the next thing would be a highlight. What should we use today? This one. This is from L'Oreal and it's the Glow Mon Amour highlight. You have to be really careful with this because it's really intense. So what I do is dab a little bit on my finger, then take another finger and just put it on the apple of my cheek and then up and around my eye. I think I should have mentioned earlier, this is my absolute first video doing makeup. I mean, I'm not a makeup, I'm not trained. And I do have another YouTube channel, but that's to do with sewing. And And during lockdown, I got really focused on makeup, and I was shielded, so I wasn't allowed out. So every morning I'd do my routine, put my makeup on, and it genuinely did make me feel better. And so things have gone on since then. I have a couple of sisters that have been watching me do sort of practice videos, if you like. And so here we are. I thought I'd give it a go. Please let me know what you think, and obviously subscribe if you can. Now, my eyebrows are next, and they're quite dark and they're kind of a good shape. But sometimes long hairs get out of place. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this brow soap, again from Amazon. It comes with this little brush, little spoolie that's bent. I don't know why it's bent actually, but let me just get my magnifying mirror. And all I'm going to do is just stroke it through. And you see what I've done? I've just repositioned the hairs because they'd gone a bit flat there. And then just drag it down. This way, any loose hairs that you might have will disappear. And they stay like this all day. Because one of the ladies that I worked with said the other day, "Oh, have you had your eyebrows done?" I went, "No." There. So that's all we do with that. And literally all you do with this is wet it in some water, and this is like solid soap, and you just rub it up and down a couple of times. Obviously no good if you need colour, but I think if you were going to have to colour in, I would put this on first, because although it doesn't look it, gives your eyebrows a bit more texture, which would be easier then when painting on. Right, where were we? We've done highlighter, so now I'm going to do blusher. I've got this, what's it called? Peony. I think it's from Physicians Formula. Again, I got it on Amazon. Really blush brush, nice and fluffy. This is a cream blush, and I think as you get older, it's better not to put so much powder on, I think. Because all powder does is sits in your horrible lines everywhere. So cream or liquid blushes for me are the best. So there we are, a little bit of blush. And now on to eyes. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeshadow quad. Well, I am if I could ever get it open. Oh, there we go. It's a really pretty, delicate look. It's not something that if you were going to razzle dazzle, you'd want to wear it. So I'm going to start off with this one. The way she, let me just cover that up. The way she teaches you to do it is you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to start off with this one. I'm going to put it all over the lid, right up to the brow bone. So get a goodly amount on. Here we go. So it has a slight shimmer to it, which is fine. Then I'm going to move into the second one. I'm using the same brush, and this one I'm going to put in the crease and slightly upwards. And again, she says to put makeup in the crease, some people say you should round it like that. She just says do window washing. So that's what I've tried to do when I remember. So obviously the idea of all these different colours on your eyes is to lift your droopy eyelid up. So the darker you make this, the better it works. And then this darker one, I'm going to grab some of that, and I'm going to put it in the corner, drag it down towards my eyelid, and then just take it up a little bit. So I've done like a V. There we go. And then finally my favourite, the really sparkly one. This you need to do with a finger because you get better payout. So just take some on my finger and then just dot it a little bit more. Obviously you put as much as you want or as little as you want. I tend to be a makeup kind of girl, so. And then I'll get my blending brush, which is just a fluffy brush that never gets dipped into any product. And literally all I'm going to do is just blend everything. And this Charlotte Tilbury palette blends so beautifully. Right, so next thing would be liner. So the liner I've got today is also Charlotte Tilbury. This isn't sponsored or paid for. I bought these things all with my own money. And it was £21 and I thought, golly, that's a lot. It's dual-ended, so you've got black on one end and then this beautiful sort of goldy colour on the other. And I got it because I was watching another lady on YouTube and she used it and I thought, oh, that looks really nice. So with my eyeliner, I tend to do the waterline underneath my top lashes. And I probably pull a really strange face when doing this, but here we go. And it does take practice when you start doing this because you'll want to blink. And I don't know if you can see what a difference it's made between the two. Let me just put a little bit more on. There we are. And I'll just do the other one. I sometimes think, oh, I don't know if I can talk and do this eye, that too much on an elderly eye, you start looking like Betty Davis from Baby Jane. And I'm really conscious of not doing that. So all I've done, like, literally is lined the waterline underneath my lashes. Now sometimes I will put a little tiny flick there and then drag it along my bottom lashes. But I never want anybody to look at me and say, oh, look at her eyeliner. So then for the bottom, I just put the tiniest amount on either side. And then this is where this lovely gold colour comes into. On the bottom waterline, I put this. And it's all to brighten up your eyes, apparently. I mean, you can barely see it, but I think it does lift your eyes a little. Then what I'll do, I'll get myself a little, I think this is called a pencil brush. It's quite sort of hard. And I'll just smooth the eyeliner in. Okay, lips are next. Now, I work in a hospital and I have to wear a mask 24 hours a day. And I know it's a waste and I probably shouldn't do it, but I always like to wear a lipstick. So I'm wearing the, what is it? It's the Max Factor Superstay lipstick. You've got the lippy on one side and a balm on the other. So I'll just quickly put this on. Once this is on, it does not come off. And I've heard people say that it drives your lips out. I really haven't noticed it. Right, so my final thing now is some mascara. And I've been using the, I think it's the L'Oreal one actually, Bambi False Lash Mascara. Really reasonable price. I mean, I think it was about £7. Now I did have a sample of the Charlotte Tilbury mascara that she sent me. And yes, it's lovely, but would I really want to pay, I think it was £25, for a mascara that they dry up after about 6 weeks. And this just puts so much volume into your lashes. So I'll quickly go and do the other eye off camera and then I'll come back. So there, I've done both eyes now with mascara. I haven't put a lot on because I'm not really going anywhere. So the only other thing that I haven't done is setting spray. Now I bought, well, here we go again, Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Finish, and I'd used lots of other different kinds of setting spray and it was really good. And I thought, oh, well, I wonder, you know, it's just going to be as normal. But to be honest, this is actually one thing of hers that I think is worth the money. Let me just, I always keep a fan by my makeup desk, just to fan it all off. And ta-da, there we have it. Well, I hope you like, I don't know what's wrong with my hair today, but it's gone all funny. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I would love it if you would comment below whether or not you'd like me to do any more, and also if you found it useful. So thank you for watching today. As always, take care, and I'll see you in my next one.